Alright, in this session we're going to talk about how to set up an AutoCAD Map project. Now, in AutoCAD Map we work a little bit differently than AutoCAD. In AutoCAD we work with one drawing and we make the edits or create any data in that drawing and save that file. AutoCAD Map's a little bit different. AutoCAD Map is based upon project drawings and source files. The project drawing could be blank, empty drawing, and what we do is we attach to our project the source files. The source files contain the actual data that we want to use. Now, the reason why it is set up this way is because in GIS we normally work with an enormous amount of information, and most of the time we don't need to use or access all that information. So the way AutoCAD Map works is we can selectively choose to work with only the data that we're concerned with. Now, what we're going to do is I'm just starting with a brand new drawing. This drawing is completely empty. There's nothing in it, but what I have is I have some AutoCAD Map drawing files that I want to attach to this project. So what I'm going to go to is the O drive. I'm going to go onto the O drive, Student Construction Instructors Rick Dukeshire. I'm going to go to the Shared Data folder, and in ENGD 374 I'm going to go to Lab 1, and in there's a folder called Lab 1B Class Example. And I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste that onto the root of my D drive. And that folder contains all of my source files. So if you take a look in there, we have 5 different source files. They all contain different types of information. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach each one of those files to my project. Okay, so that folder is contained in the D drive. I'm going to go back into AutoCAD Map now, make sure I have my task pane up, and I'm going to go to the Map Explorer tab. Okay, so there's 4 tabs. The Map Explorer tab is where I want to be. The current drawing is the name of my project. So I'm just going to save this file and give it a real name. I'm going to click the Save button, and I'm going to save it to my D drive. And I'm going to save it in the 1B Class Example folder. And I'm just going to give it a name of project. Okay, that's my master file. All my source files will be attached within there. So the current drawing is my project file. If you take a look, you can see that I have a drawings folder here. Now, the easiest way to attach files is just by dragging and dropping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the Windows Explorer. I'm going to browse to the folder that contains all my source files, and I'm going to select them all. And I just hold in my control key and I'm going to pick all those files. I'm not going to pick the project drawing because that's my master file. That's the one I have open right now. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to merely, once I have those drawings selected, just drag and drop them over into the Map Explorer. And you can drop them anywhere you want as long as you're in the Map Explorer tab. Just drop them anywhere you like. Okay, and once you let go of that left mouse click, you'll see that those files are now all attached to your drawing. The other way you can attach drawings, it's a little bit longer process, but I can right click on the drawings folder in the Map Explorer tab and I can go attach. And here I can browse out. So what we have here at the top is what's called a drive alias. A drive alias is like a shortcut to the folder where your data is stored. And a lot of the times when we work in an office, we have very long network file paths that we have to browse through to access our data. This saves us a bit of time in that we can create shortcuts to certain critical locations and prevents us from having to browse through numerous folders to find the data we're looking for. So in this case, I already have a drive alias created because I dragged and dropped those source files into my Map Explorer and it created a drive alias for me automatically. If you want to make one manually, that's very simple too. I can create edit alias, click that little button, and I can give my drive alias a path. Now let's say I wanted to create a drive alias directly to my O drive. So from here I'm going to call it alias to O, and make sure there's no spaces. Alright, and then that's going to be the name of my shortcut, the drive alias. The actual path, I'm going to click the browse folder. I'm going to select the drive I want to go to, and in this case I'm going to go to the O drive. I'm going to go to student, construction, instructors. I'm going to browse down to the folder that contains my information here. Shared data, ENGD374, lab 1. Lab 1B class example. I'm going to click OK, and that's my drive alias. And I'm going to click add, and it adds it. If it gives you an error at the bottom, then most likely you have a space or a special character used in that drive alias. You'll have to get rid of those spaces, and once you've added that, you can click close. Now I can browse to the D drive where I have my class example folder, or if I like, I can browse to the O drive, and that'll take me directly to the O drive. You'll notice that if I browse to the D drive, these source files have a different colored icon because they are currently attached to a project. Okay, if I take a look at another folder of drawings, they will have a standard AutoCAD icon which indicates they are not currently attached to a project. And that's how we can attach source files to our project.